What's up, fight fans? This is Counterpunch with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk hints that he'd be open to Fury versus Joshua step-aside deal. Okay, of course, we know Oleksandr Usyk is the WBO mandatory challenger and is open to the possibility of hearing out a potential step-aside deal to allow a full division unification between WBO, IBF, WBA, IBO champion Anthony Joshua and the current WBC champion Tyson Fury. Earlier this month, of course, Joshua retained his titles with a knockout over IBF mandatory challenger Kubrat Pulev, and Usyk has been pushing for the mandatory shot, but Joshua is focusing on finalizing a high lucrative fight against Fury in 2021. Tell us something that we don't know. However, he said all four belts might end up in the same hands of one person. It might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We should all talk and communicate for that to happen because it is a really big event, Usyk told The Sun. He says, I still want to fight Anthony Joshua for the title. There are many factors for that fight to happen. My team and all the participants and all their interested parties are already working on it, but there are still many people who wish to fight him as well, like Tyson Fury. If a deal is not worked out, then Joshua will be forced to vacate the belt or satisfy his mandatory obligation by fighting Usyk. Giving up the WBO belt means that Anthony Joshua is scared to fight Oleksandr Usyk, and I'm going to stop right there, okay, because that's going into another topic, so to speak. Now, Oleksandr Usyk, you know, he is showing intelligence, patience, you know, and he's showing leniency, okay, to a certain degree. He's a sensible guy, okay, if anything. He's telling guys, or he's saying that, hey, you know what, I will be open to see what they have to say about a step-aside deal. You know, we have to hear it out because you don't know what the deal is. I mean, here's the thing. In this day's time, why would you pass over an opportunity? I know an opportunity is deserved to him, but another opportunity can occur. Okay? So if they decide to offer him a 6 or 7-figure step-aside deal, it would fall into his hands better. Why? Because what'll happen, it'll be pushy. Because here's the thing. The WBO is the sanctioning body. All right, well, if he allows Joshua to fight and in return he gets a couple $1 million for that to happen, and he lets Joshua fight Fury, you know, then Fury, all he has to do, that's what Usyk was talking about, the many factors. All he has to do is settle his problems with Deontay Wilder in this mediation thing, okay? And then get that fight on the way with Anthony Joshua, and they'll sign a couple fights. However, a lot could happen when fighters start signing contracts because of depending on what those contracts say within them. That could lead to another problem for Usyk. You know, Usyk is guaranteed this by the WBO or whatever, but at the end of the day, if the money is not big enough to step aside, why do it? Let me give you an example. What if Usyk says, okay, well, I'll take $1 million to step aside so Joshua can fight Fury. Joshua fights Fury and he loses. Joshua fights Fury again and he wins. Okay, then there's another damn rubber match because they're going to have to need a tiebreaker. And then if they are spectacular fights, like a Canelo Triple G type of fight, well, people are going to want to watch that. Right? And for what? That pushes it back for 2021, half of probably 2022. And then probably the trilogy match, if that's given, someone don't get hurt or some shit like that. Right? 2023. So you have 2021, middle of it's too much because then Usyk will have to wait that many years to get his opportunity to fight for the crown because both of these fighters have the championship belt sold up. They have them all locked down because they're fighting each other within these contract strongholds. Okay, so it is what it is. So I can understand Usyk not taking it. But I'm also glad to know, and it's a positive thing, people, to know that Oleksandr Usyk is open to a step-aside deal to at least listen. Because a lot of people like, no, not doing it. No, no, no. Right? Not doing it. But at least he's open because he knows whoever comes out the winner, right? They have to fight him. And then he fights for one belt. He's fighting for them all if one guy has the belt. So I get that too. So this is some good news. And it shows that Usyk may allow that to happen for a nice little sweet deal. I don't know how sweet it will be from Eddie Hearn because, based on how he's been talking, it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen with that. He's talking about dropping them all for a fight with Tyson Fury, for that retirement fight. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk possibly allowing that fight to happen. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.